we remember the challenges more than we remember the victories. We celebrate our victories, but it's the challenges that make you better. And you have to embrace those challenges and be excited about trying to overcome them.
Hi guys, welcome to the International Bulk Wine and Spirit Show. This is where bulk wine, bulk spirits, and private label business happens. Hey guys, I'm here with Oliver at the International Bulk Wine and Spirit Show. He is from Winery Exchange, one of the biggest buyers that I know of in the world, especially in the US market. And I'm really curious, Oliver, to know, on what challenges you are facing as a bulk wine buyer, especially in the COVID era, the freight challenges, and now a little bit of macro demand, which is flattening as well, right? How are you, what kind of internal meeting, let's say, you would have in your company or you had to navigate this phase?
Right. Great question. What we look at is what are our current inventories of bulk wine, what's allocated to what we call programs. They go into different programs. Where are we short, and how do we address that? Where are we long? How do we address that? We can repurpose that wine into a different program. We can create products. But as we're looking to buy specifically from wineries or through brokers here, we're really looking at quality. You can't get away from quality, and it's a quality price value relationship that's really key. We're also looking for a reliable partner who can work with us for years. One-off buys, we do on occasion where we're trying to, we call it a spot buy. We're trying to just fill a near-term need, but we're looking for long-term relationships. So quality people, quality juice.
Got it. You said, in simple way that short and long inventories, and then you balance it accordingly. Let's give you a scenario where Whole Foods had this contract for, let's say, 3 years, and then you just can't get that champagne, for example. How do you manage that sort of challenge?
Yeah, I'll pivot it a bit. Let's call it Prosecco, just more widely. If the question is, if Whole Foods doesn't want to move on with the program, how do we address it? We work with our supplier. If they want to have additional, we're going to our supplier partners that we've worked with literally.
But is there a case, has there been happening something like this where you just couldn't do it? The client got a little pissed off, and then they switched the supplier because maybe you could not manage the supply?
Yeah, absolutely, and I'll give you a real life story. It was, we were doing spirits, started with Costco, and then we grew it to other retail partners here in the US, Total Wine and More being one. And we got to a spot where our ability to do the job at the level that we wanted to do wasn't working. So we had the conversation with our retail partner and a conversation with our supplier partner in France, and we put them together.
Got it.
And said, look, we're not the right solution. We value the relationship with our retailer and with our supplier partner more than we do a transaction. So we're looking at building relationships and not operating on a transaction basis.
Fair enough. When you're trying to build your private label business and the contract bottling with these chains, what are the top 3 questions which, let's say, a Costco buyer would ask? They know who you are, right? Like, they know that you can fulfill the job and those kind of things. So I'm not worried about that. But let's say the first practical top 3 questions, like, Oliver, are you sure you got enough Malbec? Like, what are those tactical 3 questions they really want to make sure that you fit in?
Great. That question is important today, but it was more important 15 years ago. 18 years ago, when essentially what we had was a PowerPoint. What's your reliability? We can now point to history that demonstrates our reliability, but the questions I'll ask, do you have continuity of source? Do you have continuity of quality? Do you have continuity of price? So availability, quality level, consistency, and price. Those are the questions that a retail partner will ask. And you need to make sure you can answer those in the affirmative. And you need to do so truthfully by making sure that your supplier network is able to deliver on those promises.
And are these words put in contract? Like, that you're responsible for? I'm sure the supply and they are building a brand and they're purchasing, and then if something happens, you get penalties, or is that part of the financial contracts?
Not
or it's like
not every time.
more?
Not every time. There are contracts, and, contracts with our suppliers for sure, and contracts from time to time with retail partners. There are some limitations about what can be in a contract because of beverage alcohol rules in certain states. But we know what our duty is. Our duty is to deliver great quality product at a great price that helps our retail partner win in the exclusive brand or private label category.
Got it. Just from a leadership side of things, I would want to know as well is what kind of emotional feelings are going on in your sales teams, in your team, this COVID and this and that. What has been personally your little challenge on motivating yourself? And obviously you have to put a smiling face and energy and optimism still, right, in your team. How did you do that?
You look, our company has been around for 20 years. We remember the challenges more than we remember the victories. We celebrate our victories, but it's the challenges that make you better. And you have to embrace those challenges and be excited about trying to overcome them. We're not alone.
Yes.
We're not alone in facing these challenges. We need to be nimble. We need to be wide open to thought. And people need to embrace these as challenges as part of what we do. If our job was easy and everything ran well, we wouldn't have to go to work. This gives us an opportunity to do what we do best, which is problem solve.
Do you do like a weekly team meeting, or is there a monthly where you simply take care of the culture side of things?
Yeah, culture is very big in our company, and it's really family first, and we've grown it and developed it over 20 plus years. Peter Bick, our CEO, is really the leader in all aspects, but primarily and particularly to your question, culturally. He has got a great moral compass. He cares deeply about people. From a meeting schedule, we have our project meeting every Monday, where we go through that. Each project, where we are, whether the project is new product development or a label change, it's a time for the team to get together. My direct reports and I get together once a week. I'm very transparent about where we are. Part of the presentation today grew out of what I would call a Jerry Maguire email I sent. I titled it "The Vortex Impacting the Wine Industry and WX Brands." I just needed to get it down on paper what challenges we were seeing. I shared it with our team. I said, look, this is where we're at. We've got to do the best we can with what we've got, and we need to be together. We need to have each other's back, and we need to embrace these challenges as an opportunity for us to get stronger as a company.